If anybody sees this big old bruise right here, my wonderful granddaughter dropped her sippy cup. I saw her spill the water, got up to do something, and slipped in the water and hit my arm on the doorknob in the apartment. It blends in with my birthmark, but yeah, I have a big old bruise. So hi everyone, this is Yolanda and I am locating cozy. And I'm gonna say this right now, as you guys know, I ramble. Okay, anyways, I tend to ramble, so hopefully we're gonna stay on point this evening. It is 11:57 p.m. here, and I'm in Zaragoza, Spain, and so I decided to go ahead and try to do this record this vlog this evening right now, because I was looking kind of cute, you know, because I had to go to a wedding reception today, a party today, and so I was like, are you going to feel like making yourself presentable tomorrow, Sunday? And I'm like, well, you could, but the likelihood is that I'm not, so I won't feel like it, so I decided to go ahead and try to get this done this evening, okay? So, yeah, here I am. I wanted to talk about Zaragoza. Zaragoza, Spain is where I am right now, and I just feel like it is a well-kept secret. Everybody knows about Barcelona, Madrid, Sevilla, and you know, some other wonderful places around Spain, but I feel like Zaragoza is just this well-kept secret that is just starting to flourish. And it's just, every time I come, this is my 4th time here, and every time I come, the experiences just get better and better. Partially, of course, because I get to see my daughter and, you know, my son-in-law and my granddaughter, now my granddaughter. So that's partially the reason for me. Zaragoza overall has just grown by leaps and bounds since my daughter moved here in 2016, and my first time here was in 2018. And it's just grown exponentially. As far as I think, Zaragoza is the 5th largest city in Spain, and it's actually coming up on the 4th largest. Sevilla is the 4th largest, and it's actually about to beat out Sevilla. So with that said, there was just a lot that wasn't here a while ago, 2016 when my daughter came, or you know, in 2018 when I came. Population right now, when I just Googled it, is 666,000. So it's a big small town. When I was visiting before in 2018, the first time that I came, I really did notice at that time, it seemed like it's like, as you were walking down whatever street, there was always a cafe, a bar, always. So that seems to be the big thing. And again, if y'all didn't know, there seems to be, like, when families go out, they go out. So if they're at a bar, the kids are there with them. Maybe their parents are there with them. It is the norm for families to go out at night and just enjoy themselves and socialize and hang out. And it's not frowned upon by any means. So yeah, I just really wanted to share my experience in Zaragoza, because I know that there's so many people that are looking to possibly move. They're trying to, like, maybe do like a whole year of discovery or a couple of months of discovery. And a lot of people are coming to Spain, and I feel like Zaragoza is just this well-kept secret. It is not a major tourist spot. I mean, there is a plethora, there's a good amount of tourism, because they have the Plaza, the Cathedral, the Pilar Basilica, and I'll put it up top. I said it before, but I can never remember in this particular moment. So basically, the Cathedral Basilica, Our Lady of the Pilar. So it's Cathedral Basilica, Our Lady of the Pilar. So I think some people call it Plaza Pilar. So yes, there are a lot of tourist sites around Zaragoza that you can definitely enjoy, but there's not the madness of Barcelona or Madrid, where, you know, there's the museums. They do have some nice museums here. They have some nice art galleries and things like that here, but it's just not overwhelming. But certain times of the year, they have like they have different festivals that are going on at different times of the year. First visit to Zaragoza was during, I think it was March of 2018, and I had the pleasure of experiencing Semana Santa. And if you've never experienced that, it can catch you off guard, because basically it looks like a bunch of people walking around in Ku Klux Klan, white supremacist gear. I can't even say it; it's a tongue twister. But it's not that. It's and I'm not going to go into the detail of what it is. But it was actually very overwhelming initially when I first saw it. But you're safe. So they have all these different festivals that people actually come to Spain to experience different events. There's carnivals and things like that right here in Zaragoza. So you can just be out and about in the city center, or they call it downtown city center area, and it's just overwhelming, the amount of people that are just out and just socializing and celebrating and honoring their heritage. It's a beautiful experience. One of the things I wanted to go over a few things that I feel like I might be halfway knowledgeable on. And what's going to happen is, actually, I don't know if it's going to be in this video, but there's probably going to be a part two to this video, where I'm actually talking to my daughter, who has lived here since 2016 and who is very fluent in Spanish, and she's just been living her best life here. She came here to teach English, and she just never came. Well, she's been back to the States a couple of times, but basically, yeah, this is her home. Zaragoza is her home. So one of the things, actually, I didn't even realize this until I started doing some research, is that Zaragoza is actually the capital of the region of Aragon, or Aragon. Yeah, again, I'm butchering the language. It's okay. The other thing is that, as far as the language, this is not, for the most part, everybody speaks Spanish. I seem to do okay, not because I speak Spanish at all, but because when I'm having that one-on-one interaction, just like any place that you can usually go where they don't speak English, you can get it figured out as far as what they're saying, what the communication is, what we're trying to say to each other, and it's fine. And also, Google Translate or DeepL is a great source to be able to say something, even though there's some phrases that don't translate well in on Google Translate, and I've said it to somebody, and they're like, "What are you saying? What are you trying to say to me? Let's just mime it out." I do great when I'm one-on-one with somebody, trying to get across what I need and understand what they need from me. But today I went to a wedding reception, and I felt bad because, of course, everybody was speaking Spanish. I was the only one there that was not speaking Spanish, and I felt bad that I didn't know more. I didn't understand better. It's unfortunate. It's the reality. You know, I was with family. I was with my son-in-law's family, and they are absolutely wonderful. So it was no big deal, but I actually feel bad sometimes when I can't actually understand. And besides that, they're not slowing down that language. They're not trying to slow down to actually help me understand, which is not their duty to. I should have no expectation that they're going to slow down and talk to me in slower Spanish. It's just not happening. So we get it done. And also, my daughter is bilingual, and my son-in-law speaks some English also. He speaks English now also. So that's okay. But when it's a one-on-one transaction, when you're talking to someone, or if I'm at a store, it just seems a little bit easier to understand what they're asking you sometimes. Sometimes I'm just like, oh. Okay, so anyways. So overall, the language, you might be able to get by with not speaking Spanish. It's probably a little bit easier in Barcelona or Madrid. But again, it's just a slower vibe. It's not so overwhelming. I've always felt pretty safe in Madrid, so I really feel safe in Zaragoza. Yeah. I don't have to worry about anything. People are walking around at midnight, just I just go outside a lot of times at midnight or whatever because I'm talking on the phone with my family back in the States or friends back in the States, and I feel completely safe. People are walking their dogs. It's amazing, and this is in the suburbs, but overall, Zaragoza, I feel completely safe here. Sometimes you just have to step out of the box and step out of your comfort zone and know that you're going to be okay. You're going to get it figured out. You're not going to have all the answers. You're not going to be able to, there might be some challenges with trying to communicate with someone in a different language, but you'll get it figured out. It's all right. So again, Zaragoza is not a big tourist area. I seem to notice that it's more teachers, auxiliaries, the teachers that the people that come to teach, like my daughter did initially, and they're teaching English at the different local schools here. So I seem to notice that whenever I do get together with like one of my Facebook groups, like Girl Gone International, that most of them are they're teaching English. I'm not going to try to say that word again. They're teaching English here, and that's why they're here. I don't see a lot of expats. I really don't see a lot of people of color that are doing, that just come and not teaching, that are just coming over either to retire. But there's not a lot of digital nomads that are just coming here and relocating to Zaragoza. And it's unfortunate because I really feel like you're missing out. You know, there's a big mall here. They have, you know, great grocery stores. The Mercadona. They have El Campo. What's the other one? El Eroski's. So there's a lot of grocery stores. There's a lot of restaurants. There's a lot to do here. And the tram, like, yeah, they have the tram that just goes straight through the city. Their transportation system is really great. So they have the buses, they have the tram, they actually have a subway. I've never been on the subway. They have Uber. I don't think so much Uber here. They have Cabify here. But also, if you get in a taxi, they have to accept a credit card. They have to have the platform to accept credit card payment. So that's great. But yeah, for the most part, you can get on a tram and get like from one end to Zaragoza to the other within 30 minutes and you're good to go. So the cost of living. So it's going up just because like all over the world where you hear about people that are moving to Spain or Portugal or Mexico or Jamaica, wherever it is, the price for rent is going up. To buy, I wouldn't even think about doing that. But if you were going to, just because I think like one of the newer houses that my daughter, they were just looking, it was like $300,000 or $400,000 for like some place that's smaller than their home now, which is crazy. But so the prices are going up, but I know I was looking at some places in the area, and you can find something that's nice from what I've seen on Idealista. That's the listing that you usually go through to find rentals in Spain. It's Idealista, and I'll put a link to that or just like the name of it somewhere here. But anyways, I've gone on Idealista and I've seen some places for rent that look pretty decent that were anywhere between 800, 800 and maybe I think 1,300 was like a really nicer place, but it varies. Again, you know, my daughter got this apartment that they're in, this flat that they're in now for COVID. So people weren't like really trying to make massive moves to other countries, I guess, before that they were coming. But again, Zaragoza is a well-kept secret. So with that, you know, it's doable. It is doable. I don't know what the expectations are with the Spanish visas right now, as far as if you're a digital nomad or if you're trying to retire, because I'm taking another route. My goal is to take another route to get my visa to come here. If you're looking at Barcelona, or if you're looking at Sevilla, or if you're looking at Madrid or considering those and you want to go and maybe do some scouting, you know, doing your discovery trip to see if you want to consider some places, I would just say check out Zaragoza. You would be missing out if you didn't at least check it out. Okay. So regarding The restaurants they have, again, they have a lot of restaurants. Before, when I was here before, they have a lot of restaurants, but they have even more now. There's more gastropubs, there's more cocktail bars. Came here the first or second time, we went to Moonlight Experimental. That was like the place that I was able to go get my old fashioned, because that's how I roll. But now, since this is my fourth time here, there's so many cocktail bars. We went out to Ginger Fizz. We went to Bunker Bar. So yeah, we went out. It was like 8 or 9 o'clock at night, maybe 10. You know, yeah, I don't go out that late that often, but every now and then we do step out for a little bit. Yeah, in Spain, as most people know that, yeah, the party starts at, well, geez, in Madrid, it starts at like 11, 12, 1 o'clock. In Zaragoza, things kind of shut down a little bit about maybe midnight, even on the weekends. But there are a lot of bars that are open, up until like sometimes 4 or 5 in the morning. So it does happen. I'm not about that nightlife, but there are some great little places. What is the place that I went to? Chilimongo. I want to make sure I say that. Chilimongo. Anyways, went there, had a great time, and yeah, there's stuff to do here. There's some great food. I had mentioned in my, I think maybe a video or two ago that we went to a burger festival here in Zaragoza. It was a really nice day. Had all the different food trucks, different restaurants out here, just like, competition, showing, like they can make a great burger. I wasn't too pleased, but my daughter got lucky, and one of the burgers that she that she got, it's called Madison Smash burgers. But yeah, so I went there. My daughter and I went there like I think last Thursday, and the cocktails were trash. So I got a caipirinha and it was trash. I was like, I didn't even have a slight tinge of a buzz, not like no warm and fuzzies at all. But that burger was on point. Oh my God, yeah, the burger was good. Thoroughly enjoyed that. So yeah, Zaragoza's coming up, people. Come on by. And there's more cafes now that actually invite people that are working remote to come and sit. And they provide the Wi-Fi, and you sit and you order your coffee and croissant or whatever, and you're welcome to sit and actually just work. If you're working remote, go there and get some things done, or if you have to study or whatever. There's just more things happening to bring more people into Zaragoza, and you should definitely check it out. But at least if you're going to be checking out Spain, just come by. It's like it's about halfway in between Madrid and Barcelona. So from Madrid, it is an hour and 15-minute train ride. It's easy. Anyways, I say all this just to say, it's a good idea to check out Zaragoza, to see what they have to offer. Just if you're somebody that doesn't need to be in the thick of everything, like in Madrid and Barcelona, and have to be right there on scene, Zaragoza is a great option. It does get hot in the summer. There are some places that do have like hot, like Madrid, like I don't know about Sevilla hot, but it does get hot here, and there is a lacking of AC in a lot of these older apartments or flats. But it seems like they're starting to understand. So a lot of them actually, if they're remodeled, they do have AC, like either central or at least, if not central AC, which is very rare in the first place, especially in Zaragoza. But they actually have the units. It might just be in maybe just the living room, but some places are actually making an effort to some owners, some property owners are actually making an effort to install some kind of central AC or some kind of AC so that you're not burning up. But that's across Spain. But overall, the way of life, if you're somebody that doesn't need to be in the thick of it all, as far as being on scene in Madrid or in Barcelona, and you just want to experience something a little bit more chill, check out Zaragoza. This is probably a great spot for somebody, for like maybe the couples that are retiring, or they just don't need to be out in the thick of the party life. This would be a spot to consider. So My name is Yolanda. I am located cozy. Make sure that you like and that you subscribe and that you hit the notification bell so that the next time I post you will know, because there will be a part 2 to this video. Again, I'm going to be talking to my daughter and picking her brain, getting some insight from her about her experience living in Spain, living in Zaragoza. So anyways, I will talk to you guys soon and take care. Okay.